What's good, people? Welcome to another episode of Sync Producer Live. What's good? Let me see what we got in the chat, man. Let me know where you guys are from. Let me know what you do. I'm excited to be back. And yeah, let's get it going. We got Jason Dowdy in the building from Canada. Look at this. Here we go again. Here we go again. Every time. It never fails. You take a week off and then this. Tiny chat. That's what that is. Jason Dowdy from Canada. What's up? Last week was dope because I got to hang out with some Sync Producer Hub members in real life here in Atlanta. We had a meetup. So that was super dope. That's why we weren't live last week. We were just chopping it up, having a good time, eating some good food and enjoying good company. So was super excited to do that. Shout out to everybody who made it out for that. That was exciting. And can't wait to hang out again during Shades of Sync in November. If you haven't grabbed your ticket, grab it now. Prices just went up again, and they will go up again at the end of this month. So make sure you lock in your ticket. Go to shadesofsync.com. Grab that ticket before the price shoots up. You don't want to wait to the super last minute, and then you're just going to pay the super more expensive price. So I'd rather you save money. You know what I mean? Like, why not? Kevin Cheek is in the building. What's good, Kevin? North Carolina in the building. I see you. LV Drizzle from LA. What's good, bro? Jason Revels. Good to see you, bro. Yeah, man. So listen, I was having mad technical issues before this stream. Dealing with these interfaces, man. Well, not these interfaces. This interface. This SSL 2 Plus is 5 years old. If I tap it, it makes noise. Like it's crazy. Y'all seen it live one week, and I think it's just, you know, something's going on inside that thing. I don't quite know what it was. Last night I was like switching cables. It's just some extra noise in there, and I'm like, man. So then I used my other interface. That thing was clean. So I was just like, you know what? I'm gonna just swap it out, and I'll just use the mobile interface and just, you know, hook everything up. So I did that, right? And then what happened was I gotta do something in some settings because it had me sounding like a chipmunk. So I gotta go in and adjust some stuff because it was about to be real weird. Like if I wouldn't have tested it out, man, I don't know which I would have been hearing right now. So that was fun. So I just hooked the SSL 2 Plus back up. It's cool for now. I had to like tap it a couple times. I had to tap it a couple times to get it to be quiet. But you know, it's cool for now. It seems to be stable. Luco Music, what's good from Germany? Lamar Franklin, Riverside, California, sync composer, producer. My guy Truman's in the building. Meetup was great last week. Yes, indeed, man. Good to meet you, Truman. It's 3 a.m. here. I love it. That's what's up. 3 a.m. in Germany. That's dedication right there. Appreciate you kicking it with us at 3 a.m. That says a lot. I feel honored. Yeah, so let's kick it off, man. Let's share some wins from the community and see what producers been doing inside Sync Producer Hub. So we had so many wins the last time we were live. I didn't even get a chance to go through all of them. So like I went back like a couple weeks to try and catch some wins that we didn't catch. So Tim Bird has a couple wins, as you can see here. So here's a life lesson. Check your spam folder. Checking spam uncovered an acceptance email from a new library. He says, hey, Sync Producer Hub fam, I submitted a 10-song playlist, Dark Intentions, Dark Suspense, to 8 libraries, August 21st. Like I always do, I submit it, then forget it. That's a principle we live by. I received a response from one library who loved what I had, but they already had a playlist in that genre being released. This was Sunday, August 24th. No sweat. I already knew that libraries have checked out my music because I received the stats. I noticed that some of them listening were in other countries and had listened to it the same day I submitted several times. For no reason, I decided to check my spam mail today, August 25th, and sure enough, Spider Q's responded. They loved my playlist and felt that I would be a good fit for 2 of their libraries. Not only that, the email reply was sent the same day I submitted to them on August 21st. Just to think if I never checked my spam mail. So if you learn anything from my ignorance, check your spam mail like you check your inbox. You never know. Keep submitting and keep patience as your ally. That's a win. Shout out to Tim Birdman Pro in the building. What's up, Quantum Sounds? Welcome to Sync Producer Live. It's your first time. Give him a round of applause, everyone. But man, listen, money be sitting in that spam folder sometimes. You got to check that thing. Yeah, you got to check that spam folder. For whatever reason, you know, stuff just ends up there, and it's like good stuff. So lesson learned there. Check the spam folder occasionally. It may not be every day, but keep an eye on it. You never know what's in there. Placement in an episode of Love After Lockup. I was going through my ASCAP account to see if I made any noise and saw that I have a placement in an episode of Love After Lockup. This placement was from a library that I've been a part of for a few years called DL Music. The track was created and submitted February 2024. The placement was in the same year. That's one of the fastest placements I've seen so far. Although they're not accepting new music submissions due to rebranding and expanding their creative opportunities. Here's a link to their submit page just in case. And then Sync Producer Hubs get the Sync Producer Hub members get to click on that. Keep submitting. Don't give up. That's super dope. Another win from Tim Bird. Let's go. We got Cleo. Just launched his music website. Been putting in a lot of work behind the scenes to get everything sync ready, playlist, bios, clean layout, all that. So we got some members in there giving them some feedback on that. Super dope. Shout out to Cleo. He's been in his bag sharing music on the live music reviews, which we're doing a little bit later tonight. So make sure you stick around for that. We're gonna listen to some dope music. I'm excited. So yeah, so we caught up on some of those. Level 6 in the building. I see you. Truman, shout out to Truman. I just got 2 more tracks accepted in the Tune Edge. I'm super excited about seeing progress. Let's keep getting these W's. Let's go. Shout out to Truman. Getting those wins. Frying Beats, from closed door to open discussion. Oh shoot, let's read this story. So it says, back in February, I followed up with a publisher who had shown some interest in my music, but at the time they told me not to follow up again. Yo, that was brutal. Like, it was like, yo, just don't even follow up, fam. That's crazy. He said, honestly, I felt like the door was closing, rightfully so. Right? I would have felt the same way. Like, yo, that door is gone. Even though they showed interest, timing wasn't good. Fast forward about 6 months later, I decided to reach out once more and ask what kind of music they're looking for right now. This time, the response was much more encouraging. They confirmed I'm officially on their schedule for next year and mentioned how much they love my work. Even though I'll still have to wait a bit before starting something new with them, it feels like the door has reopened and I know what type of album to work on for them. Definitely a reminder that patience and persistence can pay off in this industry. Have a great day, y'all. That is huge. So a lot of people would have took that as just a closed door, keep it moving, and not like reach out again. I mean, because they literally told my guy, don't follow up again. But he did anyway. And it seems like he took a different approach. He basically asked them what kind of music they were looking for right now, because needs change all the time, right? So you may reach out with a certain style of music and it literally may just be a timing thing. Like, they just don't have a need. They have enough of it, or, you know, just may not be a lot of projects in the works. But following up, you know, and asking what are your current needs could reopen that door, is what we learned from this Frying Beats situation. So shout out to Frying Beats, man. He turned that thing around. Now he's back on their radar, and he gave us this nice little winning GIF here. That's epic. So let's go. Shout out to the win. Shout out to Sync Producer Hub members. You guys are crushing it. I love to see it. It's inspiring. Let's keep it going. We got Marcel Bosi, Cincy, Ohio in the building. What's good, Ohio fam? Says Michael over at Taxi mentioned that about checking the spam. I've been doing that. Yeah, 100%, man. That spam folder, you never know what's sitting in there waiting on you. We got Rich back in the building from New Jersey. Recently got into my biggest project yet. I'm in the pitch process for a big global car campaign. Not allowed to tell which exactly, but it's one of the German car brands. Let's go. I love it. Yeah, man, hopefully that works out for you. I know those car campaigns are huge. So yeah, man, keep us posted on that. I love it. Yes, patience is definitely everything. Yeah, exactly. Hilarious. So yeah, man, hit me with your questions for Sync Producer Hub members. You guys have that member only special link in the calendar if you want to be brought up on video or audio to ask a question. I'm about to open up that line now if you guys want to come up. Otherwise, you can just type it in the chat and then we'll talk about it in the I'll read it and then we'll talk about it in the chat. Either way. But yeah, it's been a pretty productive week. I've been mixing for the most part this week. Mixed a couple records, had some revisions for an album that I'm working on. So that is moving. I think I have maybe 5 more records on that project to mix up. So I'll be going into that, working on trying to finalize details on another project that I'm like 2 tracks in. So just waiting for that to finally go through so we can like double down on that. That should be fun. Jason Dowdy says, I check my spam folder, nothing but spam. Yeah, mine is definitely mostly spam, but occasionally I'll get something cool in there. So yeah, mostly mixing and fighting with audio interfaces as of like 2 days ago. So that's been fun. You know what I struggle with? One thing I struggle with, man, and it it takes discipline to like get over this, but I'll be in the middle of a project and then inspiration will strike, right? And I want to start a completely different project in a completely different vibe of music. But I don't necessarily have like the bandwidth to start that because I'm in the middle of like 1 or 2 other projects. So it takes a lot of discipline for me to like ignore what I want to do sometimes and like just lock in and finish the stuff already started. That is a challenge for me, man. Especially after listening to these darn live music reviews every Friday night. I listen to music, I'm like, oh man, like I want to create some stuff like that. You guys inspire me a lot. And then I'm just like, okay, no, I gotta get back focused. Let me double down. Let me knock this other stuff out first, and then I'll get back to it. And then you know what happens after that? Like another brief will come in, like a super quick turnaround, and then I just completely forget. So yeah, we have the legendary LW in the building. Talking, spelling, getting names right. You struggle with LW. I walked right into that one. I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna give you props for that. That was good. That was good, LW. You struggle with a lot. That's hilarious. One day I want to do like a whole indie pop EP, and the other day I want to do house or STH. Yeah. What is STH? I don't know what STH is. But yeah, I feel you. It just be like just literally just jumping around. So yeah. What's up, JR Northern? Good to see you. Lamar Franklin says, Clint, is Logic still your main dog? Yes, Logic is still my main dog. I fall more and more in love with it each and every day. No, yeah, Logic is still the main dog. I seen Ableton. Ableton has some nice little updates. They finally added stems and stuff like that. I don't know if it's public yet. I know it was like, or was it public beta or something like that? But they added like stems where you can do like, the whole little stem separation thing. What else did they add? They added a couple cool things that, Logic already has, but hey, they have it now. Yeah. But yeah, Logic is I love it. It works especially from a workflow perspective, because I'm using the iPad. I have this whole Apple ecosystem thing over here. So iPad, straight from the cloud on the computer, pull that up, finish it on the big boy computer, and then I love that. Definitely love that. And a lot of things just transfer over, right? Like if you're using stock Logic plugins, stuff like that, all of that stuff transfers over pretty well. It's not until you start getting into plugins, but for the stuff, for a lot of things, the sounds get it done. The sounds get it done. Cleo says, tell us a highlight from ATL. All right, let's talk about a highlight from the Atlanta meetup we had, Sync Producer Hub members. And then we'll bring Janelle up. Looks like Janelle's calling in. So one highlight, I was having a conversation with the producer, and it's crazy. We were talking about how like the work you do in sync leads to more work in multiple ways. Because you could go from like not having a lot of projects to work on for publishers to all of a sudden being swamped with projects and juggling a bunch. And that happens because your work works for you in a couple different ways, right? The obvious way is you produce the music, you send it to the publisher, you get upfront sync fees, you may get some consideration fees, you get like back end royalties and things like that. So it's working for you in that way, right? The obvious way. But it's also working for you because now the publishers are listening to your work and they're like, oh, this is great work. So then naturally they want more great work from you. You'll also have other publishers listening to your work on other publishers' website, or they may come across your work that's been placed on TV, Shazam it, whatever, figure out where it was from. And then that starts to work for you in a way where they're like, oh, that sounds great. Let's see if he wants to do some stuff for us. They reach out, boom. Now you're working on another project. Then you also have the word of mouth thing where, someone will kind of refer you like, hey, this person does great work. Bring them, here's their info, whatever, reach out to them, see if, whatever they want to do some work for you. Boom. And then other things spin off, like other deals start to happen. The next thing you know, like it just starts to snowball and your work is like double working for you, triple working for you. So that was like one highlight, just kind of hearing that from producers, hearing producers just kind of stepping outside of their comfort zone, trying new things, trying this space in sync, and then, hearing the wins and things like that. Definitely like just the conversations, and just hearing how people got started, how people learned about sync, all of that stuff was definitely a highlight. So yeah, that's it, man. Let's bring Janelle up. We got somebody calling in. Let's see what's up. Janelle, can you hear me?
Hello, this is my first time. I was just watching the show. I didn't know this was for me to come up.
Oh,
how do I just watch the show?
I can just take you off and then you can just enjoy the show on the stream. Or click the YouTube link in the in the calendar. You'll be good.
Okay, thank you. Wonderful job. I enjoy the community.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Shout out to Janelle. Rich says, I check my main inbox, often nothing but spam. Lamar says, cool, thanks. Public beta, yep. Shout out to Splice integration. That's what's up. I don't know how much I would be able to use that in sync, but still cool for those who do, or just for inspiration, like just to start ideas, and then whatever if you gotta strip it out for sync stuff, you can do that. Luke says the only thing I can criticize on Ableton is that they still got some issues with importing videos. Oh yeah, I've never I don't even think I've tried to import a video in Ableton. I don't think so. Logic does that pretty smooth. Definitely another plus. You guys heard about The Weeknd leveraging his catalog to get that $1 billion. Yeah, man, leverage, bro. Yep. Leveraging that intellectual property. I thought LW was talking about everybody's skills in conversing and dealing with. No, she's roasting me, Rich. That's the dynamic of LW in this stream. She typically is the one to roast me for whatever reason, either being a Buckeye fan or, you know, all of the things that she mentioned previously. Plugins and VSTs. Oh wait, yeah, it's a great DAW, especially for digital music production when you're working with plugins. A lot of it. Oh yeah, absolutely. My thing I go by is think like a farmer, seed time, harvest, plant, and don't watch the dirt. That is a bar. That's a bar. Let's DJ horn that. Like that sums it up. That sums sync up. Because, man, that's good. That's good. I'm going to tell you why it's so good. Because sync is one of those things. There's a lot of things like this, but obviously we're all talking about sync. You do a lot of work. You do a lot of planting, right, in the beginning, and you don't see results immediately. But what a lot of people don't realize is underneath the dirt, where's the organ? I need an organ in this studio. Underneath the dirt, the plant could literally be growing and things are happening underneath the soil. But some people get so impatient, they're just like, and they just walk away. But if they just go back to planting more seeds, go back to working, eventually you'll look up. You've been so busy working, planting the other seeds that you look back and you're like, oh, snap. Like there's a plant growing up. There's a tree. There's a whatever. And now you can start to reap the fruits of your labor. You can start to harvest the seeds that you planted a long time ago. And then it just compounds because you didn't stop and stare at the dirt, just waiting all day and night for the thing to break the surface. You were busy working on other things, working on more tracks, working on more songs that will also eventually sprout up and bear fruit. So yeah, man, I love that, LV Drizzle. Love that. Jason Dowdy says, question, I had an opportunity to pitch to a podcast creator to do their theme song. They wanted my rates, so I asked ChatGPT what I should charge. I feel you. What approach would you take? I would do exactly what you did, because like it's a podcast, at least at this time, as far as what I've researched most recently, you don't get like royalties on like a podcast placement or whatever, right? Not that I know of. If I'm wrong, somebody chime in, let me know. I would love to be educated. But as far as I know, like you pretty much the bulk of your money is going to come from whatever fee you charge to produce that podcast theme song. So I would ask ChatGPT, like what's the average fee to, you know, produce and write a theme song for a podcast, and then go from there. And from there, it's like a balance of what you feel is worth your time, right? You know, whatever you feel is worth your time. And then what I would do is take that rate, have that be your rate, and then maybe include like 2 free revisions, right? Because sometimes there's going to be revisions. Include like a couple free revisions, and then after that second revision, add an additional whatever fee, $75, like whatever fee per revision. That's going to save you from those endless revision type people that exist in the world. Because if you don't, you could be doing unlimited revisions forever. And now that original fee that you quoted, it's like, bro, I should have charged way more than that because of the time that I spent going back and making these revisions. And people get super duper careful when you have a fee attached to each revision, because they know they're gonna have to it adds up. So when they do send you a list of revisions, they will think very, very carefully, and they'll try and keep it within that free revision limit. And that's going to save you a lot of time and headaches. So that's what I would do. Ask ChatGPT what are, average rates to do something like that. And then compare that to what you feel comfortable charging, what you feel you're worth in terms of the time you're going to spend doing that. And then make sure, you make a little bit on top, and then add maybe a couple free revisions or whatever you like to do. 1 revision, 2 revisions free, and then have an additional fee per revision after that. And you could also, if it's something you want to say it's like an instrumental, you could also put in the agreement that you still, you own the exclusive rights to the instrumental or something like that if you want, and then you can take that and then relicense it to whoever you want, or give them like a non-exclusive license to use that theme song, unless it's super specific. Like if it's a theme song about like chili dogs, and it's like their very specific podcast name, like the Chili Dog Podcast, which is the most random podcast name ever thought of. But if it's the Chili Dog Podcast, it's probably not gonna be a lot of uses for a song about a chili dog podcast. So, if the instrumental could be used, you can still use the instrumental. Lyrics, maybe not so much, but you can just play it like that. Yeah, man. Yeah. I mean, she has years of practice, doing this, so she's gotten pretty good at it over the years, I must admit. What's up, Allison? Shout out to Allison in the building. Theme songs for podcasts sound like an untapped market. Yeah, man, because everybody's starting a podcast now, so everybody wants to kind of have their own theme song. Just like, think about it this way. You know how like radio shows, everybody who has a radio show has like a radio show theme song that comes on when it's their segment or whatever. It's like same with podcasts. Now you could be the one to create podcast jingles or whatever. So yeah, I definitely think there's opportunity there. Zimzada, she produced a podcast theme song too. I've done one some years back. I don't know if they ever released it or not, but yeah, man, people want podcast theme songs. So yeah, Bamboo takes 4 years to develop a root system. 4 years just for the roots. It's crazy. Bamboo is strong too. Like once it's up, it is up and hard to break. Shout out to Bamboo. Key of A flat, 100%. That's the go-to bump key right there. The amount of times I feel like giving up is crazy. 100%. That's normal, man. It's normal to want to give up, but what will set you apart is just not giving up. That is going to set you apart from everybody else. When submitting to libraries, do you recommend sending a 5 to 10 track playlist and sticking with a niche? Yes, I do. I'm usually around 5 because I think it's less overwhelming, unless I'm pitching like an entire album, like say like a 10 track album, and I'll just package it as an album. Then I'll do like 7 to 10, but 5, usually 5, get the conversation started. Absolutely. And then, yeah, I'll stick with a niche. It'll be focused for the most part. Unless, again, if I'm having a conversation with someone and they're like, hey, send me like some examples of your work. And that's just to get an idea of, production quality In that case, I'll go ahead, maybe send a variety of stuff. Rich says, this sounds like my wife's garden. Plant seeds for carrots, and months later, you find potatoes by mistake, right? Forgot all about the potatoes. I constantly watching the dirt. Social media being the biggest dirt watcher of all. Delete that joint. That's my tip. When social media gets too distracting, I just delete it. I take all of it off my phone and just lock in. I'm about to do it now. I found myself scrolling on Instagram way too much. Earlier today, I was like, oh, I'm about to delete it. Just delete. Like, just delete it. It's just not, it's not worth, it's not worth what it does to your productivity. You know what I mean? And your focus. Just delete it. Come back to it once you get what you want to get done. It's not going anywhere. It'll still be there. And then you'll log in. You'll realize you didn't miss that much. You'll be caught up in like 20 minutes. So, yeah. What are your thoughts on libraries that have due dates for albums in their contracts? I don't mind it. It helps me, honestly, to kind of prioritize things. So I like due dates. And what I found is that a lot of times they're pretty flexible. And most times it ends up being pushed past those due dates. Once you factor in revisions, you know, I'm already, bro, what is it? Let me see. July, August. I'm already like 2 months past a original due date that was discussed on a project. Just waiting on revisions and submitting revisions. So I don't stress too much about it. I just I'll communicate with them and kind of keep them up to date. But most have been pretty flexible, for sure. I told them I might delay because I have other projects, and they say that's okay. If I delay, they just have the date on the contract because it requires one. Yeah, exactly. Yep. No big deal. I just did one for podcasts. I just charged a flat rate, and it was a non-exclusive license. Boom, there you go. You have a top grade, mid grade, and low grade, like for the indie artists. Yep. Yep. Exclusivity versus non-exclusivity affects price. Great factors. Rich says, sounds like podcast themes would be a one-off fee, but if the pod is popular, your music will be heard. The podcaster will often credit the composer at the end of the podcast. You can specify how. Yeah. Adam McKillis, founder of the Billboard 500 Club, told this story. In 2019, he and his songwriter partner pitched a song to a South Korean publisher. They did both the lyric and music. 2 years later, okay, I was looking for the rest of the 2 years later, they recorded the song Next Level by, what is it? aespa has 314 million. They did this with no label, no publishers, no manager. It was a life changer. Crazy. No excuses, man. Just like get it done, put it out there. The Masa Chip podcast. That's going to be the spinoff of the Music Is My Business podcast. It's going to be the Masa Chip podcast. That's hilarious. I got to get those new limes still. I have to get those so we can talk about those. So we can have a discussion. We need to know. So yeah. Good call on those revision limits. I asked to get a shout out at the end of the podcast as well. Nice. There you go. Bring in more work, man. I was just watching something on charging rates. There's some guys on YouTube that gives insight on that. And yeah, you want to have that narrowed down to a T before you start composing. For sure. Especially if you're doing like music to picture, like scoring. Like I use a completely different like approach to that. Usually it's like a per minute of music. Yeah, I charge per minute of music because when you think about, let's say like a documentary or short film, typically you won't have music playing. Typically, you won't have music playing nonstop throughout an entire, 30-minute, 45-minute documentary, right? Usually it's like there's some music here and it stops, then there's some music here and it stops. So, price per minute of music is usually a better approach for something like that, because that could also change as well. And then it's just like the more music you're composing, then the more you actually end up paying, versus a flat rate for something like that. You could actually end up burning yourself quite a bit. You know what I mean? Because again, creatives, they get ideas while working on something. They could be like, oh man, you know what? I decided I want some music here. Can we add some of this here? And you told them this low rate in the beginning, and now you went from 5 minutes of music to 30. I don't want that for you. Man, that hit me in the gut. That would be a really bad situation, because it's so much time goes into it, man. So much time. And then you start getting those emails for briefs coming in. You're like, I don't even have time, because I'm like knee deep in scoring. Birdman, bro, I quit every day, bro. I quit last night. I quit last night fooling around with this interface. I was getting all types of noise. I said, you know what? I'm going to bed. I went to bed. I said, I'm not dealing with this. I'll start again tomorrow. Sometimes, yeah, you just gotta get some rest. I was irritated too. I was so irritated. Because it's like, you record a take and you think it sounds cool, and you play it back and all you hear is shh. It's like, what is that noise? Just unplug everything. Good night. Charging rates is very hard in the whole music composing area, because it can vary so much, like from 500 to 50K. It's crazy. It definitely varies. For sure. Lorenzo Atkinson Jr. has entered the building. What's good? I don't know what my flat rate depends on what the project is. Like Luke said, man, it varies widely. It varies widely. Yep. Birdman's doing per minute fee too. Rich says, I've been developing 30 second to 1 minute cues. These would be perfect for podcast themes. Maybe non-exclusive usage unless they want something more. 100%. Yep. Yep. 100%. Shout out to the new people in the stream, man. Let me know where you guys are from. Let me know what you do. Drop your questions in the chat. I'm talking about sync and production and the struggles that we have. Shout out to Steve. He was in the Sync Producer Hub AA. He had an AA post. He said, I think he said he's been addicted to plugins. It's something he's been struggling with. So we were there to support him through that. That's tough. That's a tough thing to admit to your peers. And then we found out that a lot of us struggle with the same thing, plug-in addiction. We just gather them. We don't necessarily use them. We just get them and we hold them, and then we just have them. And then sometimes we get overwhelmed because we have so many, we can't use them all. And then it just sends us into this deep plug-in depression. And then we just delete a bunch of plugins and then simplify things and then start the cycle all over again. Where's Flares? I don't know, man. He's floating around here somewhere. Yeah, we're doing music reviews in about another 15 minutes or so. Seeing if music is ready for TV and film. It's gonna be dope, per usual. So yeah, we absolutely still do music reviews, man. So we combined it. Lorenzo, it's been a minute. So now it's just one big live stream. You know, where we just chop it up, do Q&A, get people unstuck, and then we spend a little more time on the music reviews because we try and get through as many as we can. So, and then we just hang out and, you know, occasionally test masa chips and random snacks. So yeah, Oliver says, "Wow, I feel very seen." Right? It's crazy, man. It's like we're all going through the same stuff in these studios. I use Web 3.0 to produce music. How do you find the BPS? Is there a site I can upload the song to find the key in BPS? I'm guessing like beats per second or beats. I usually go by beats per minute. I just use a metronome. I got a metronome app on my phone. I don't have my phone on me right now, but I just use a metronome app and I just tap that joint. Some DAWs you can tap too. Most of them, there's like a tap feature. You can just tap on there. But like to get something quick, I'll just pull out a metronome app and then tap. I have Arcade, but I barely use it. It's always the look of the plug. That part, the look of it, like if that joint is clean, bro, clean plugins will get you. They'll get you every time. Like, you don't even know what it does, but I want to open it because it looks good. Yep. Y'all remember November James? I miss hearing his music. Yes, I agreed. Where has November James been? We need to find him. There's a few people we need to find. Tap Tempo in FL Studio. Yep. When I found VST Planet, I had over 150 and I had to delete about 100 too many of the not good sounds. Yep. I'm waiting the whole year for Black Friday to buy new libraries. That's the best time to get some libraries. Yo, Native Instruments. See, I almost got pulled in again, and honestly, I may just fall victim and get it because Native Instruments released that hold on, man, what was that joint? They released a new library. No, just and the sounds on that joint, it was like it's a cinematic library. Apparently, I don't know the Native Instruments website. Here we go. What was it? Erosia. They got this joint. They dropped that. Yeah. For tension, like the tension stuff, I might have to grab that. I might have to grab it, and then y'all see me in the hub making a post about gear acquisition syndrome. Even though it's like gear, it's more so plug-in acquisition syndrome. But no, like I could use that though, right? Like it's justified, right? It's not just like I'll use that. I'll use it. I know I'll use it. And I want to do some tension music. I got to get these other this is what I told myself. I said, let me finish up these albums I'm working on now. After I finish those, I will reward myself and go buy this Erosia plugin and then work on some tension music. That's the deal I made with myself. That's the deal I made. Until then, I'll just, and it'll probably be on sale by that point, or they'll probably just upgrade the whole complete bundle, and then I'll get sucked in somehow, upgrade my entire complete suite, and then I go down that rabbit hole, and the next thing you know, that went from 150 to like 400, and then yeah. So we'll see what happens. Bernard Herrmann scoring toolkit from Spitfire. Shut up, go away. All right, see, they just dropped this stuff. I think I'll finally buy Complete 15 Ultimate, which I get tons of ad from. It's worth it, man. Like Complete, yeah, Ultimate is worth it. I think I have 12 or 13 or something, and it's worth it, man. See, I didn't know they got some stuff from other. Yeah, they got some stuff in here. I gotta get off of here. Let's get out of there. All right. But yeah, that's the goal. Erosion name sounds like either erotic or erosion. Yeah, it has some real flares vibes in there too. Like just some crazy, it's just crazy stuff. I really like the sounds in there. Black, yeah. Okay, so that can be the new goal, Jason. Finish these albums up by Black Friday. Get everything done, and then boom, it'll be right in time for the Black Friday price. Grab that joint, and then I'm good. Are y'all also annoyed by these output co-producer ads? I haven't gotten any yet. Is the Sync Hub playlist out? Yes, it is. Thank you for reminding me about that, Cleo. Yes, the Sync Producer Hub playlist is up. I think I'll probably have to pin it in the group, in the community, so you guys can see it. But yeah, it's up. It's on Spotify. Just go to Spotify and type. You should be able to search Sync Producer Hub, and then you can listen. Yeah, you'll see it. You can listen to. Let me see if I can share it. Some of the community members' music. And now, we'll probably just add like stuff. Like if I'm doing music reviews and come across something, like if somebody's sharing a Spotify link, I'll probably just like throw it on there. Let me see. Here we go. Boom. It's up there. So check that out if you want to listen to some of the music from the Sync Producer Hub members. That joint is now live. Thanks to everybody who contributed to that. Some super dope music. What do you think of Native Instruments tubular bells for sports? Just got an ad email from them, but 120 seems a lot for bells. What's the name of it? I might have it. What's the name of it? Because I use Logic's stock tubular bells for sports and stuff like that. But I've also used Native Instruments bell stuff for a lot of holiday stuff, and mostly holiday. I think the last time I used it was holiday. No, I've used it on some comedic hip hop stuff too. Dramedy. So I like it. But I don't think no, okay, I see what you're talking about. You're talking about this one right here. I don't have this one. I have some mallet something about mallets. Wow, that search did not search. It just took me back to the home page. All right, well, it won't even let me finish typing. All right. Anyways, for Christmas we should do a Sync Producer holiday. I was thinking, you know what? I was thinking something similar, like just having we can do a holiday joint. We can do like just themed. We can do like themed playlist. A sports one. Sports holiday. That would be fun. Donnell, what's good? New to the channel, great content. I just left my full-time gig as a recording engineer and I'm going full-time with producing, especially with Sync. What would recommend my first steps be getting into Sync? First step would be to I would say build those 5 tracks. Start with 5 solid tracks that showcase what you do best. And then from there, you can take those 5 tracks, start looking for sync licensing companies, production music libraries, things like that, reaching out to them and pitching those tracks to them, seeing if they're accepting submissions. That's where I would start. And then just reach out to like 3 to 5 of them every day for 30 days until somebody hits you back. That would be what I would do. Obviously, you know, you've been an engineer, so, you know, just making sure you're registered with a PRO, you know, BMI, ASCAP, whatever, depending on which country you're in. That can vary, but making sure you're set up with that because they're going to want that information. And yeah, download my free guide. It'll walk you through all the steps to get started. ClinProductions.com/free guide. Download that because I can't remember every little step. But download that. It'll walk you through it. It'll help you get started. Larry says that playlist is off the chain, Doc. I literally find myself listening to it daily. Let's go. So many Bell plugins free, like in Spitfire Labs. Yep. Sonic Couture Orchestral Chimes collection. Oh man. So they got a whole yeah, they have so much, man. They have a lot. But then it's like when you get the whole thing, you get complete, you still find yourself only using like certain ones a lot. But then when you if you try and break it down individually and you're like, okay, I'm gonna just get the things that I would use the most, you would end up paying way more. So yeah, they know how to bundle some stuff. Already listened to Driving Home for Christmas a few days ago. Join the producer hub. Can't be, obviously that's going to supercharge the process for you for sure. Link to Sync Producer Hub is in the bio. Not the bio. What am I talking about? The description. My bad. Let me retype my question. What was you feeling before you got your first placement? Because I know the mental be all distorted when it comes to patients, no money being made yet. Yeah, so I was just, honestly, man, I was just focused on doing the work before I got my first placement. I was just enjoying the grind, bro. Like, I think for me, man, it was just like, yo, wake up every day and like create music. When I seen a brief come in, create for the brief and submit it. Just keep going. Just keep creating and submitting. Keep creating and submitting. During that time, before that first sync placement came through on the NFL Network, I was locked in with one publisher, so I couldn't really go outside of that publisher, even though I was seeing other opportunities. So every time I got an opportunity or a brief from that publisher, I was like, yo, like, let's go. Like, I would have to submit something to it until things started moving. I can't say that I ever I can't say that I ever felt discouraged per se. For me, it was just like, I know it's only a matter of time. I just have to keep working. You know, they're accepting stuff, so I'm doing something right. It was just like fall in love with the work, just work. And then when I found out about the placement, I wasn't even really thinking about it too much. It was unexpected. It was something I submitted a while back. And then, you know, I just so happened to find out from the publisher, like on their website, you know, seeing my name scroll across, you know, recent placement or whatever. I'm taking over NFL Network Thursday Night Football. And I was just like, oh, snap. It worked. That's all I needed. Like, the one that was proof of concept, I took off from there. I was just like, it's over now. Cause now I have a blueprint. Like, I have a formula. So like if all else fails and nothing else is working, I know this worked. Something about this worked. So I'll just reverse engineer what I created here and then get more. So then I was just like, okay, I got one. Let's see if I can get 10 in a year. So I just kept like pushing the goal or whatever, to see what I could do. I was like, okay, let me see if I could do 10 in a year. What would I have to do to get 10? Then I got free from the publishing deal. Then I was just like, you guys created a beast now, because I've been seeing all these opportunities and now I know how to move to where I can maximize relationships and leverage partnerships with different publishers who specialize in sync and not just be tied to like one exclusive publisher. So I was just like, I'm about to like aggressively attack this space. So then I got 10 in a year and I was just like, I'm gonna run it back and get like 10 more. And then it just started to have like a compounding effect because of the work I was doing to try and get 10 and 10 more. And it just turned into more deals, more placements, more relationships. And then talking about it online as I was doing it, brought in more deals, relationships. Like, it's kind of crazy, how it just kind of snowballed. So yeah, that was my feeling, man. It was just like, just keep working and then like eventually it'll pop off. And it was crazy because like that year, everything just started landing, man. Like I got the TV placement. Not long after that I was getting, got a couple artist placements. So yeah, 2013, man, a lot shifted for me in my career, from just the years of just doubling down on the work. And then I like, you know, you just rinse and repeat, double down on what's working. I have Spotify, but not premium. Should I create a whole new subscription dedicated to just sing? Oh no, you don't have to do that. Nah. Like it's just, we just did this as a community, just creating a playlist so you can listen to it on whatever, like you don't got to go get special subscriptions or anything. We just did it to kind of have like a compilation album of Sync Producer Hub members' music on there. Appreciate you coming through, Luke. Indeed. So we are going to transition. Let's take a quick break. Let's get a snack. Whatever you got to do. And then we'll be back. We're going to listen to some music, seeing if your music is ready for TV and film. So y'all stay locked in, man. Go invite your friends or something, and we'll all hang out and have a good time. All right. Catch you in We are back for some live music reviews, listening to some community members' music, seeing if it's ready for TV and film. If it is, we'll let you know. If it's not, we'll let you know that as well. Give you some feedback to help you improve so that we can get this music working for you. All right, y'all. Drop some fire emojis if y'all ready to listen to some dope music tonight. I'm excited to dig in, see what y'all been working on. I'm going to pull up this leaderboard. So what we do is top 3 people on a 7-day leaderboard gets played first. So right now we got Jason Revels, we got Jamal Holt, and we got Jaco Minaric or Minaric. One of those I'm sure is right. One is not. 50-50 chance. Minaric or Minaric. Jaco, let us know how bad we butchered it. So yeah, we're gonna start with those top 3 and yeah. See what y'all been cooking up. We gotta do. I keep forgetting, man. We gotta do. What were we gonna do? Like Motown themed music or something like that, or 60s. I don't. It was something. We need some. We need some themed nights. We haven't had a theme night in a minute. We got to make that happen. So let me see. All right, I see fire. I see fire emojis. Let's get it going. Jason Revels. Let's see what Jason submitted. All right, here we go. Happy Friday. Here's a track from my latest sports album called All Rise. Funny enough, I wasn't sure it would even make the cut, but once I got into the mix, I began to like it. Sometimes you just create, submit it, and let it go. 100%. Let's check it out. 70s themes. Yes, it was 70s. Let's go. KJ is in the building. He's back with us. Good to see you, bro. Yeah, let's do 70s. Let's do 70s next week. All right. Here we go. It's fire. Yeah. Let's see how it ends. This one ain't ready though. It is. Yes, sir. Jason Revels has done it again. That joint is ready. I can see why they accepted it. Yeah, I think they'll use that a lot, man. And great. So, who was that? Was it Donnell? He had asked earlier, like, so this is like an example of a themed album, right? End Zone Empire hip hop sports album. If I presented something like this, I would go like 7 to 10 tracks and just pitch the whole project. So yeah. KJ says, Jason in that bag again. Wonder, did you play this for the folks at the Denver hotel? Heat, 100%. Yep. Shout out to LV Drizzle with the chicken tacos. Let's go. Yeah. All right. That joint's ready. Let's see if we have a submission from Jamal Hope. Jamal. Ooh, gear. This is random, but Michael said, so good to be missing the session today as I'm at the studio recording all day. Apparently there's only 3 of these boards in the whole world. It's a Neve? Is it Neve? That's all I know. Or Nueve. Wow. Michael working. So shout out to Michael. Let's leave him a comment in real time. If my emoji shortcut hasn't been working for whatever reason in Firefox specifically. All right, so we got to do it like the old-fashioned way. Here we go. All right, back on focus. Jamal. Today, I have masa chips, but I just don't want any. So I have like these little mini cinnamon rolls. That's it. Nothing fancy. I don't think we got one from Jamal this week, but that's okay. We don't take it personal. Yeah, I'm not seeing Jamal. So we'll go to J-Co. And then what we'll do, since Jamal wasn't here, we'll probably just bump the next person in line on this leaderboard. So let's see if we got something from J-Co. And then we'll play J-Co. 1 week we didn't have anybody in the top 3. I think we ended up going down to like 5, 6, 7 or something like that. We got one from J-Co though. Says, I'm sharing another drama track from my sampler. Thanks for any feedback. Wishing you all the best. Tubular Bell. It's a nice breakdown. Hit us with the arpeggio. Ooh, I like that little walk up with the strings. Yeah, let's go, J-Co. Well executed. 100%. Yeah, it was nice and open. Listen, man, that tubular bell will go down in history as one of the most timeless sounds that you can use. Like, it's just, there's some sounds that will just never sound dated. You know how like with synths, you could find some synths and you're going to feel a certain time period. Tubular bells, piano, or like just the regular instruments, timeless. Like you can make it sound like whatever period you want it to sound like. But yeah, good stuff. Heart plug. I think it was strings, like some what kind of strings y'all think? Staccato or something like that. But yeah, nice instrumentation, nice mix. Alan said she thinks it could be a little bit louder, master volume. But overall, I rock with it. Nice mix. Did I say that? Funky fingers. Tubular Bells are musical exclamation points. Yes, love the add. Like if I have Tubular Bells in any of my sports tracks, usually on my Sting ending, I will add it there as well. I like how you put that exclamation point. 100%. Yeah, that joint's ready though. I don't have much to say about that other than great work. Keep it up. Keep it up. This is a great start to the night. Kevin Cheek. Let's throw Kevin Cheek in there, see if he got a submission, since he was right there at 4 and we didn't get one from Jamal. Let's see if Kevin submitted something. Let's see. First, you know what this reminds me of? Like, okay, imagine having one of these in your house and having to move. Like who are you calling to move this? Your friends ain't helping you move this massive board. You're gonna need, like, I feel like there's a specialist moving company that deals with stuff like this. This is huge. Or maybe it's like, I imagine it's modular, so you can probably, like, you know, take some of this stuff out, maybe. I'm not sure. Ooh, man. And then replugging that back up. All right, that's some work right there. That's one of those things where it's just like, look, we're going to put this here, and this is just where it will live for life. Like, this is where it's going to stay. So if something like that ever made it into my house, like, it's just being sold with the house at this point. Like, this is going to be a selling point in the listing. It's just going to be like house with massive recording console just in there. It's coming with the house, whether you want it or not. you about to have this joint in your home, because we're not moving this. So you take advantage of it. All right, back on track. Kevin Cheek. I'm not seeing one from Kevin, I don't think. Let's go back up to the top though. I don't know if I made it all the way up to the top. No, we did. See, he was right before J. Cole, actually. All right, so this is hilarious. That's hilarious. It says, Jingle Bounce, a Christmas track with hip-hop drums, playful jingle bells, and catchy, bouncy melodies, perfect for holiday-ass family comedies and seasonal promos. Let's go. Y'all in that Christmas bag. I am so behind. Exactly. This is that comedic vibe right here. He's going crazy on this. Ooh, bro. That build of a Sting ending. It was a walk. It was like a walk up and walk down. Or that was crazy. Kevin, you snapped on this one, bro. There was so many. There's so many options. There's so many options in here. Cause you got, man, dude, like, so you have this part. It's kind of like your traditional Christmas hip hop holiday vibes. Then it gets like comedic and it's kind of funny, quirky. But then there's like some tension too. And there's like some cinematic elements. Like this could be like, it kind of feels a little tense. So yeah, this was executed great in a great way. That's ready to go. Man. That's something to think about. Like, can you create a track that has like a couple different emotions in it? That was creative. All right. That's the top 3. Let's get back up to the top. We got Zimzada. I think you better run. Uh-oh. Patty? I don't know if Patty's here, but if she is, this is your warning. Excuse me. Yeah, that was fire, man. Jingle Bells is public domain. It is indeed. LW definitely stealing gifts. Yep. All right, let's check it out. He did. Kev came back strong. Like, that was in. He had that inside his brain for a while. He had to get that out. Oh yeah, we got some tension here. Volume's low. I would just turn that up. I love the sounds though. Ooh. Yeah, this is crazy. The sound selection is great. Love the little vocal joints. Yeah, mix is low, or the master volume or whatever. Yeah, I'll just crank that up. The mix itself sounds good. almost sound like a mix of like a synth bass with a actual like bass guitar. I didn't notice that until it kind of went solo. Yeah, I like it. I would just turn it up. I would turn that joint up, and that's it. Mix was a bit lower than I expected it. I was mixing at 2 a.m. at night with, oh yeah, that'll do it every time. Some in the middle of the night headphone mixes, trust me. Oh yeah, but yeah, great work. Yeah, I love the sound selection on that. I like the overall mix. Doesn't sound bad at all. Love the vibe. Those little choir sounds is great, and how you layered them, like going from the low one to the high one, blending those. That sounds really good. Yeah, I think Patty would run. I think she would run from that. So let's go. Keep it up, Zimzada. Love it. If y'all didn't get a chance to see her Sync Producer Spotlight, head over to Jason Dowdy Music's channel and check that out. Great interview. Excuse me. And then tomorrow, make sure you check out Phil. Phil's gonna be on there chopping it up with Jason. So that's the link to that is in the calendar inside the Sync Producer Hub community as well. So definitely tune into that tomorrow. What is it? 8 p.m. tomorrow Eastern. Yeah, let's go. Still have water 3 weeks in. Almost there, which in my sense will get in the have. Hopefully, yeah. What in the world is going on over there with the water? Prayers up. So that you guys have water. Definitely need that. Rich textures, 100%. All right, I hear y'all. Let's go. Let's go. Okay, let's see. Frime, what has Frime been working on? I know he's been getting some wins. Hope y'all having a nice Friday so far with this beat. Think late 80s, early 2000s Will Smith vibes. That clean, fun, family-safe hip-hop that blends playful storytelling with bouncy funk grooves, melodic hooks, and smooth radio-ready production. It's all about feel-good energy. The kind of sound that fits great in commercials, teen comedies, romance montages, and anything needing a positive, carefree vibe.
Frime Beats, you got that heat.
Facts. He does. He does have that heat. Ugh. Definitely has some feel good vibes. Shout out to the log drums. forget the Sting ending on that. Just forget it. Keep it just like that. That was a vibe, bro. Goodness. That was a vibe. The sonics and the bounce and the swing. Great work. Great work, Frime. All right. Okay. All right. See where this is going. This is just giving LW more fuel to say everybody wins. James Northern in the building. Happy Friday, Hub fam. This is a track on my album coming out this month on the 26th, Planet Killer, featuring Deontay Day Walker. All right, let's check it out.
I'm the black hole blasting, folding back whole nations, snap bones, crack domes, apocalypation, smash zones, map clones in my lap rotation, drag storms, past forms into gaslight basements. Gold vein tyrant with the power to collapse tanks, blast banks, drag saints down rapid black waste, last ranks gasping, I'm crafting these mass shakes, planets in my grasp get smashed to their glass planks. Airquake, make a tear space in my spare time. Snap mine, bare hand, flare lands till they wear grime. Cherokees, glare beams in they prayer line. Every page in your age get erased by mine. Every language they learn just to curse your crown. From the first sunrise to the earth and the moon burns.
This sounds amazing so far.
Airquake, make a tear space in my spare time.
Definitely giving me like movie vibes. Agreed. Nice delivery on the bars. The track is intense. Yeah, it is. Yeah. Hey, I can't make this. Right? Nah, this was dope. It was a vibe. Like it. I love how like the drums are just hitting, but it's not like a ton going on. But that joint is like holding its own, even without. Like right here, even without the vocals, like I could see that being used in the scene, and then the vocals come in and just take it to another level. So yeah, I think that joint ready to go. Crazy, y'all cooking. Shout out to James Northern. Let's go. Or JR Northern in the chat. All right, let's see what Jason Dowdy's been cooking up. Jason has been also in his bag specifically. A delicate yet emotionally charged underscore that moves from fragile introspection to urgent intensity. Surgical Heart begins with soft piano and gentle bells painting a picture of vulnerability and human fragility. Yes, more from the Critical Condition album. This instantly makes me feel like I'm watching a TV show. Amazing. It feels awkward to talk over that because it seemed like such a an emotional scene. It seemed so emotional. I could feel it. Like whatever just happened, man, just leaves you like, wow. Great work, Jason. Felt like I was watching something without watching it. Yeah, that's a solid album, man. That is going to be a solid album. Great mix, great instrumentation, great melodies as well. Like that guitar carrying the melody with the pulsating that's happening. Well executed. I love that. It works so well together. What is that? Like a maximum of like 3 instruments? 3, 4 or something like that. Good stuff. Yeah, he did. All right, we got Rich Rosen from New Jersey. Zither and Jan. Just an experiment with new sounds. Mix needs work, I know. It will ultimately go into my Minutia 1 Minute Tracks album. Yeah, like Seth, yeah, exactly. Like it just pulls you in and you just got to keep going with it to see where it's going. And it's moving. At the same time, it's building, which is that part. Like something minimal that builds. You feel the build, but it's not super obvious. You're just pulled into it. And before you know it, you know, you're at the end of the track and you're like, oh man. Let's check it out. This is feeling like some tension drop vibes too, Rich. It's a skill for sure. I like the sounds. It's like ambient tension. Rich did the same thing here. You hear that that motif, that melody is just kind of going throughout. And then other things are happening and changing around that, but that's still there. That works really well for this kind of music. Yeah, good stuff. Yeah. I say well, I think you're making an album of like 1 minute tracks. So if that's the goal. I think if it's for the sake of getting it synced, I would make it like 2 minutes at least, 2.5, especially tracks like this. Usually they want to use them. Like, I think some of my longest placed tracks have been like minimal tension tracks like this. They tend to be used in longer scenes, documentaries, dramatic scenes. But this is dope. Like, yeah, like I say, obviously you got to finish mixing it. That's just my note on the length. Do what you want. Like if you're doing like an album specifically for a minute music, it is what it is. But I think it definitely has potential to get synced for sure. Rich be teasing us, man. He's like, I'm gonna give these people 17 seconds. That's it. 17 seconds of greatness is all you get to experience. I'll keep the rest for the publisher. No, this was good though. There you go. Well, yeah, there you go. You already got your minute version. Boom, double up on that. Yeah, you good. I've had a minute 30 plays with tension tracks. Yeah, man. Oh, those tension tracks are the cheat code. All right. Let's go. Let's keep it moving. This is good stuff. Okay. We got that. Nathaniel Cole, I got an instrumental. This is a song I released in 2023, so I decided to push the instrumental. I think this is definitely some Michael Jackson, something. Wait, what? I just read that wrong. I think this is definitely some Michael Jackson would have something Michael Jackson would have danced to. Let me know what you guys think. All right, let's check it out. No doubt, Rich. Woo, drums are hitting. Type T. That's crazy. Yeah, he's cutting up like right now. Crazy music video. Like Michael Jackson's music videos were movies, bro. Like they were so entertaining to watch. Yeah. Bro. See how it ends. A Sting ending. Especially I would put a Sting ending on it, especially since you got the brass stabs, the hits in there already. There's somewhere in here. Thought I heard him. It was somewhere in there. But this joint's crazy. It's long, like it's longer on the 4-minute and 16-second side. But goodness, the vibe. I can hear this on some video games. I can hear this on some commercials, a show, a movie. I mean, vocals would be cool on it too. Like it can work for a lot of different things. Just like, I don't know, it could be instrumental for some dance joint, dancing in a movie. Yeah. ARPs are insane, bro. Like crazy. We go back and watch the Rock With You video from time to time. Yeah. Like crazy dope videos. Correct me if I'm wrong on the sound type, but that chip tune sound is one of my favorite sounds. This one makes me want to play Galaga at Pizza Hut. Man, the pizza where you can go in, sit down, it had the retro Pizza Hut vibe. When the personal pan, boy, that personal pan pizza. Listen, we got to go full camera and talk about the way that personal pan pizza from Pizza Hut used to hit in the 90s. When at my school, elementary, I think it was like if you read it was like a book reading club thing or contest, you would get the little coupon for the free personal pan pizza, bro. The most delicious thing ever. I haven't tasted a personal pan pizza taste like it tasted in the 90s since the 90s. Those things used to slap. Wow. Pizza Hut has fell off quite a bit since then. I think the last time I had Pizza Hut was in college, and I'm pretty sure I was basically sick after eating it. Shout out to the 90s personal pan Pizza Hut. Shout out to the 90s Pizza Hut. It was a vibe. The red cups, the personal pan, like the crust. When you get that crust and that cheese connection on the personal pan pizza, my goodness. That was a monumental moment in life. All right. The buffet. Yes. All right. Many of days, my mom and grandma would get together. Dad was at work, so he missed out, unfortunately. But we would hit up that buffet, and it was a great day. It was a great day at the Pizza Hut buffet. They had the best Italian sub dressing sandwich in the 70s. It was an experience. Now it's just pickup or delivery. Yes, it absolutely was an experience. You had the games in there. Like, yeah. Well, shout out to, I don't know how we got on that. Anyways, now I'm hungry. All right. Great work, Nathaniel Cole. That thing is ready. I know summer is over, but here's one I rearranged for sync from Joseph. Let's check it out. They did. Taco Bell with sombreros. Like, the earliest thing I can remember with Taco Bell was the Chihuahua. The little dog. I don't remember anything before that. This definitely has like light, fun vibes. I think it could use a bass, some low end. Some maybe some additional instrumentation as well. Yep. Oh man. Yeah. So this one I think has a nice I think it's a nice like bass for something. Or that's not really the right word I'm looking for. It's a foundation. It's a great foundation. I think it can use some type of low end bass sound in there. I like the sound that you have in there. I just think to clearly identify the different structures, we need some more layers of instrumentation in there. So, I think a nice strong melody, or like main idea, because right now it just kind of feels like there's chords being played, but there's no like catchy melody that helps me remember what the hook is. So I think having something like that on the hook would help. Maybe one or two additional layers of instrumentation in addition to some type of bass sound. And yeah, I think you're there. Like, I can see sort of like the structure in terms of like your intro and things like that, and hearing like your outro. But I think adding those other layers of instrumentation, some transitional sounds and things like that, bringing those in and out will help build this one up to be closer to being ready. But I like the vibe you have here. It's a great foundation. Nice tempo, feels fun, feels light. So yeah, good work, Joseph. I like where you're headed with that one. Yeah. All right, let's get it. Aaron Sneed, what's good, fam? A lot of dope talent in here. I'd love to get your ears on this track and hear what I could do to make it better. Feedback is always appreciated. That would work. I can hear that working. For sure. Love the mix on this. I think it would make a great song because it's nice and open for like some nice vocals to be on here. Cleo want vocals on it too. You really can't, like, when all else fails, just go 4 on the floor. It's so, like, yeah, this is like the perfect canvas for a songwriter, man. Dun. Sting ending at the end. You'll be solid. Intro. Obviously tags, producer tags for sync. Usually gotta take those off. Intro you can probably cut in half. No, I take that back. Especially like if you have vocals on here, it sounds like the intro was only like 9 seconds. I'll take that back. I would keep it as is. Because that just sounds like the first part of the verse starting around 9 seconds. Because I heard that riser. So, no, you're good. I would just add a Sting ending. And then maybe some lyrics. If you got a nice lyricist to go ahead and grace that thing with some vocalities, I think it'd be all right. Good work, Aaron. Thanks for sharing. All right. Michael Smith. Oh, I think he was just commenting. Shout out to that board. One time for the board. Oh, are those the 10s? The Yamaha? Or no. Not Yamaha. Wait, no, yeah. What is it? NS10s, Yamaha? I'm pretty sure those, yeah. What company was it? Aventone or something like that? They like recreated a version of those. They were like some type of recreation that I thought was interesting. I wonder how those are doing, or if anybody has them and how they like them. Supposed to be like the flattest monitors you can get. All right, let's keep it moving. I don't know how I got outside of the. That's crazy. That's what happens when you start doing stuff. All right, we got Truman. This was my first attempt at a quirky, mischievous, dramedy style track. Let's check it out. That's what's up. I was always curious. Definitely has the quirky vibe. Yep, got the instrumentation. Yep, reality show. I get it on a kids show, family show. Even a video game. Nice ending. Mixing tips would be to pan. I would pan some stuff, like some different sounds, kind of separate it. Use your stereo field a little bit more. Because everything just sounds like it's kind of in the middle. So I would just kind of spread some sounds out. That makes it fun as well when you got like little things happening, especially percussion for like a quirky track like this. Having different types of percussion and different sides of the ears could be fun. But I think as far as like instrumentation that you picked, especially for like your first shot of some quirky mischievous stuff, I think you pick like the right instruments for that. Just those, just quirky instruments, wind instruments work well. You got the little, the little, what is that, like timpani drum. So yeah, elements are there, and then it can probably come down a little bit in volume. Some of the things, like the strings, could probably come down a little bit, but yeah, it feels fun, feels light. I can hear that being used for a couple of things with just kind of tweaking that mix. But as far as like what you have there, I think it definitely has some potential to get some uses out of it. So yeah, good work, Truman, on that. Especially the first attempt. Like, I'm not mad at that at all. Yeah. Let's go. LV Drizzle said, y'all have a great weekend. Got my popcorn. I'm about to relax my brain. I have a room on Reddit, Sync licensing info. Y'all definitely stop by. It's Sync stuff, mental health. Let's go. Make sure y'all check that out. It sounds very kid friendly. Yep. RPG video game. Yep. That's exactly what it feels like. Dope stuff. All right, we got Miguel. We're going to save him. Come back to the end. Victor. Some smooth, chill house Afro R&B. Let's check it out. Got a chance to meet Victor at the Sync Producer Hub meetup in Atlanta last week. Shout out to everybody who came to that. And Truman, the track we just played. Let's get these Afro vibes. No doubt. Smooth. Easy. It's just a vibe. I agree 100%. Like, I just had this just playing. Yeah. I think it faded out too quick. Was that on purpose? Oh, I see. It was like a little bit at the end. Yeah, I rock with that. That joint's ready. We need a whole album. This is smooth. Mix is cool too. Smooth through and through. I'm having dinner with this one. Also hearing vocals on this too. Yeah. Oh man. Yo, yeah. Good stuff, man. Good stuff, Victor. All right, we got Cleo. We back. Friday Live Music Review. Tonight I'm sharing Light Me Up, Fogo remix. This version flips my confessional R&B track into a Brazilian trap-inspired groove. All right. Oh yeah. All right, come on. Let's get into this. Cleo's been in his bag.
You stay, light me up, light me up, light me up. Texted 3 times, 3 days go by. You hit me with up, back, that's your reply.
The vocal process is crazy, Cleo.
When you decide, did you see my messages before? Immature, I'm tripping for you bored. So now I'm the one you gaslight for sport. Why you gotta light me up? You're supposed to lift me up, make me feel hurt and stuff, but you don't give a fuck. It's just you and us, never room for trust. No, I'm not making this up.
It's been a weekly occurrence.
Text like maybe I got it wrong. 3 times already, still don't feel strong. You say I'm too much, so I swallow it down. Tell myself chill when I just wanna shout loud, 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 loud. I'm affected things I never even said. Saying sorry quick to put this shit to bed. Why you gotta light me up? You're supposed to lift me up.
Basically. Great mix.
You lost your blessings. No second chances. Can't gaslight my damage.
Yeah. There we go. Cleo with another one. Yeah, that joint's dope. It's a vibe. Light Me Up is a hit. Yeah. Weekend definitely comes to mind. So yeah. So if we get any briefs, let's just all agree that if we get any briefs and they're looking for a Weekend music replacement, we hit up Cleo to get the job done. that's just what we gonna do. We just gonna hit up Cleo. Like, yo, you got it, fam. All right, we got James McGregor, Because of You. Let's see what James been cooking up. Hopeful. This matches the artwork too for the album. Nice melody. I like the melody and progression on this too. Very catchy melody. Yeah. I can hear that being used. I can also hear, let me see. Curious of what stems he created. Oh, individual. I could hear a version with just this, with piano and the bells too. Would be great for like a you know, romantic, lighthearted scene. Hopeful, romantic, lighthearted. Like this, honestly, this piano by itself is lifting the weight. That thing can stand on its own. Whole scene. Because the melody's so strong. Yeah, that and these bells. Yeah. A lot of options out of this. Good work, James. Yeah, a narrative theme, 100%. Yeah, easily. I'm nodding off. If we're voting, I say we put Kevin Cheek, guitar and production, Frying Beats, and Cleo in the poll. See you tomorrow night at the Sync Spotlight. Let's go. Appreciate you, Jason. Yeah, those are some strong votes for sure. That Christmas song from Kevin was crazy. All right, let's keep it moving. We got Marcel. Happy Friday. I'm jumping in with my first submitted track to the hub. Welcome, Marcel, to the first submission in the hub. This has a little animated feel to me. Let me know what you think. Spies Not Like Us. Let's check it out.
Let's get it. Let's get it.
I would take the Let's Get It out, especially for a track like this. It would be distracting for a scene. Animated. This vibe. I like the instrumentation here. I can definitely feel kind of like a animated dramedy sort of vibe here. And even with the bells that you have, we'll bring those back in. The drums, not so much. I would probably go more percussion, like quirky percussion for something like this. Versus just a straight, kick and snare. But I like how you are also. I like how the key modulation happens. I think that's cool, especially for like some like some fun, quirky, investigative, stuff. I like how that moves, and then just cleaning up those notes. So they're not got my keyboard on the wrong thing. And some bass, a bass sound. That's what I'm missing, some low end. Nice ending. Yeah, I think it's off to a great start. Just making some tweaks on some instrumentation. Just cleaning up some of the the note when the chord transition things on the that little brass sound. And then adding some low end in the form of some type of bass, and then switching drums to some more quirky percussion stuff. So think like triangles, shakers, brushes, maybe. What's some other quirky instrumentation? You know what does really, really well for stuff like that is like an orchestral percussion kit. I will use Logic's stock orchestral percussion kit all the time for stuff like this. It does wonders. But yeah, keep it up, Marcel. And I seen you at the airport in LA, Marcel. Great running into you as well. I just remember, I was like, man, that name sounds familiar. Yep. Shout out to Marcel, man. Yeah, keep it up, bro. Love it. All right, Janelle, away from the studio this week, recharging my batteries. Can't wait for the live review she's away from the studio. Can't wait for the live review to listen to great music. Indeed. Thank you, Janelle, for checking us out. All right, let me see. We got Michael DJ Heat Humphrey. What up, peeps? Here's my entry for the evening. My melody, check it. Couldn't name it. Check out my melody for obvious Rakim reasons, LOL. I'm thinking this is for a serious moment in a reality show where someone is explaining a heartfelt, serious moment. Cool. No doubt, no doubt. Nice progression. Feeling R&B-ish. Tighten up that ending, but the stronger Sting ending. Boom. I guess ended major on the 6th. Yeah. Yeah, I could hear it. Yeah. Serious moment, reality show. Yep. I can definitely hear that. I can hear it playing in the background of them explaining the situation. I could definitely hear that. Yeah, man. Good work, Michael. I definitely think it has potential to get used. I would tighten up. Definitely got to have a Sting ending on there. There's some clicks and pops in the transition of the sounds as well, depending on what if this was sampled or chopped up or something like that, that's gonna play a role as well. But yeah, nice vibe for sure. We got Alex. Says been cooking on some trap anthems lately. Took in the feedback from last week and hopefully to make a positive adjustment with this one tonight. Out the Tunnel. Let's check it out. Nice. It's crazy. Nice instruments. I think the volume can come up a little bit. Love that. Sports. Yeah, nice way to end it. Nice way to end it. Let's go. Out the Tunnel. Okay, no, man, that's super fitting. Yeah, we're going sports all day on that joint. Yep, it's ready. It's ready. Mark, we're going to skip Mark. We'll come back to him. Seth, we winning. Maybe another sports beat? No doubt. I can hear this on reality TV too. That and sports. I would turn the bass down a little bit. Bring the snare up maybe a bit too. I like the sound effects. I think it will work well for like highlights and stuff like that. Yeah. Yep. That joint's solid. There's a couple of those mixing tweaks. I think it'll be good to go. Good work, Seth. Yeah. KJ is back with an epic, adrenaline-fueled sports anthem driven by massive orchestral strings and a powerful horn section that bring energy, tension, and triumph to the forefront. Let's check this joint out. Excuse me. Finish them. Ooh. Gave us a sting ending right in the front of it. good. Love those, bro. That brass sounds good. Woo. The ear candy. I think I would turn this up a bit too. Hold on. I was talking too much. Gotta run that back. Let's go. Come on, man. Come on. He's just gonna keep throwing ear candy here. Just continue to do it. Yep. That thing is rare. I gotta hear this ending. That was nice. That was nice. Yeah, it's ready. Those horns are phenomenal. I agree. They have like just the right amount of everything. Literally every section there was something to enjoy. Yeah, great work. Synth transition, love the pan on it too. Agreed. Yeah, there we go. Boom, exactly. Let's go. KJ with another one. He's in his bag, people. He's in his bag. Winston. Animal Crossing vibes is what we got from Winston. Let's go. Shout out to Winston. He made it in. No, SoundCloud, I will not. Shoot. The vibe. Somebody called Trina. Let's go. How close are you? Nice transitions. Mix is solid on here. Oh, he left us hanging. No sting. It was almost there. All I need is this one. You can even keep that little shaker thing in there. Dun dun. That same note that it starts with, end it with that. Maybe with a kick, maybe with the bass hitting the same thing, and then it'll be done. That's the only thing it needs, and you're good to go. Great work. Let's go, man. Y'all been cooking. All right, let's scroll up to these MVPs. Michael is obviously working with that massive board here. This is where Michael is, somewhere in there. So we don't have a disclaimer. However, we still got these MVPs. So I'm gonna start this poll, and then we're gonna wrap it up with Miguel and Flares. So let me get this. Let me get this poll popping. Oh shoot. Oh shoot, hold on. So what I had? Yeah, let's do this. Oops. All right. All right, let's get this poll popping. Drop y'all's votes. Who should we have in this joint? Top 4. For sure, if I had to pick, I definitely got Kevin Cheek up there. KJ's had a lot of ear candy too. I think as far as like elements in there, like elements of surprise, if you will, the Kevins just been on that tonight. LW's Prime, Kevin Cheek, Cleo, Kevin Johnson. That's solid. Who else we got? Rich says J.R. Northern, Nathaniel Cole, Michael, DJ Heat Humphrey. More good ones. Jason dropped his earlier. I think we had a lot of the same ones in his. Prime, Kevin, Cleo. Ooh-wee. So I seen Prime. And Kevin's. Did we have one more track? Did I miss one? Let me know. I'll go back and find it. No disclaimer. No Michael Connor. Best stream ever. I'm going to screenshot that so we can share it We're gonna share it with Michael inside the community. Like, this is what LW had to say about tonight's stream. Oh man. Kevin Cheek, KJ. We had the remix from Cleo. That joint was solid. Frime did have that bounce. Frime had that bounce. That swing. Let's throw Frime up there. All right. Boom. Dropping the poll. Let me go back. Did we miss anyone? Let's double check. No tracks left behind. Oh no, he was answering the question that I asked. I'm tripping. Because I asked him how many more tracks, and he just said one more. All right, let's go. Drop some palm trees in the chat if y'all ready to play this Miguel joint. Let's find it first and foremost, because there we go. Some reggaeton versus hip hop and collab with GC Hits. Let's go. Where's my mouse at? All right, here we go. All right. Appreciate it. You guys have been bringing the heat tonight. Shout out to all the Sync Producer Hub members. If you're not a member of our community, you should join, because we're cool people. The link is in the description. That's the reason. We're fun people who happen to make great music. All right. Let's see what this sounds like. I'm curious. It's another collaboration. I think Miguel may hold like the record of collaborations in the community. Like, this dude's been on a roll. Let's check it out. Oh, yo, my bad. I had muted system audio because of the YouTube thing. I didn't want that echoing. Well, let's run that back. Bro, vibing by himself. Listen, locked in, bro. y'all just go. Oh, I guess y'all were warning me. I was like, man. All right, let's run it back. So y'all can enjoy it too. That's hilarious. Yo, I was like halfway through the track. Mix is nice. Yeah, this is dope. You get both. Ah, my bad. The palm trees are on fire. This would be a great album. It looks like they're doing an album. What does that say? Fiebre Urbana? Is that what that says? Fiebre Urbana? Yeah, this is fire. They gonna get so many uses out of that thing. All right. Y'all know what time it is. Drop some fire emojis in the chat if y'all ready for this flares. We're gonna let this is the disclaimer tonight. LW did the disclaimer unintentionally. Let's see some fire emojis. We're gonna finish the night off with flares. There we go. We got a cactus, some cactus emoji. I'm also processing a ring replacement at this. That's why I'm over here tripping. Lamar Webster. Indeed. I'm sure you will enjoy it. All right, I'm seeing flames. Let's get it. Let's get it. I think there we go. No Dream. Here we go. Uh-oh. Oh, this is taking a turn. Something's about to happen. Somebody getting chopped up. Build is crazy.
To take her
That transition was crazy. That transition was crazy. Like back into the song. There we go. Typical Flair's flavor. All right. Let's see what this poll. Let's see what this poll is doing. Ah, man, I clicked out of it too. All right. Let's get back. It seemed like it was like a movie, and it was like it gave you a glimpse of like the horror inside the movie, and then it snapped back into the whole concert thing as if everything was normal, but now we know it wasn't. Crazy. Where are we at? Back to this poll. All right. Well, ooh, it's close. Close. Cleo pulled away again. We got Cleo, 38%. Kevin Cheek with a strong second, aka silver. And then we got Frime, and then KJ came in fourth. Good work, y'all. Dope stuff. Shout out to everybody who submitted, man. Shout out to y'all for joining Sync Producer Live tonight. Let's do it again next week. Let's do 70s themes, whatever kind of 70s music. Let's do that, and then we'll do like a 70s theme joint next week. I think that'll be fun. Definitely looking forward to that, seeing what y'all submit. Get ready for Shades of Sync this November. Grab your ticket, shadesofsync.com. And then if you want to learn how to produce, prepare, and pitch, place, and ready music for TV, and you're not a member of our community, click the link in the description. Join us at syncproducerhub.com. That's it, man. I'm going to catch y'all on the next one. Peace.